Well, hello and welcome, everybody. I guess it's time to start. You know, on Jacob, it's, cool that, that happened and stuff. Oh, right. Silly me. Forgot to put in the disc. I'm such a basket case. Chona, I'm glad that you're doing okay. So bright, very bright. Metals against... Well, both games are technically arcade games. Yeah, which... How do I say... the Wii Mini is missing all that. Which the Wii Mini has limitations. It basically cannot simply play the Clash of Ninja Revolution games. I love the secrets. I know, William! You have a point there. Wily's Revenge. The interview we'll probably save for another time. Oh, rightfully so, it did. And I have the aroma of the smell of a vegetable lasagna right in front of me. So who do you think I should go as? Mega Man or Bass? So... I guess it's Bass. I'm doing pretty good, just made some dinner. Oh! Goodbye. And I got 2 life bars back. Super arm. No, funny.
Ready, go!
No. I'm out! That's a drag! I've always dreamed of playing this game at some point. Huh. Ah, crap.
Ready,
Bruh! No. Class. Oh, but GMC, you actually do have skill. Ice Slasher. Now this is gonna be a short stream. Man.
ready, go!
Weakness. Hmm. 6,900 giggity goo. It's only because the time landed on 69. Woodman. Oh my god, Woodman! Why does it have to be Woodman specifically? Ow! Okay, found the weakness. 2200. As for the last one, okay. It's Crash Man. I'm just glad my oven is working. Oh jeez. Found it. Defeat. Hack, jailbreak, yeah. Now for the Wily Fortress. Which one was it? Ah, that's the weakness. Oh! Well, there goes the perfect. This game kind of plays out like a traditional fighting game. Oh, you got to be kidding me! Well, it's time for Dr. Wily! Really? Well, I died again. Ah, that was so close. 2 continues. No! My laboratory base, what are you doing? Now you know that I am the strongest. There's no need for you to... The strongest, huh? You've been beaten by Mega Man before. Been beaten by Mega Man twice. I underestimated him that time, but I will conquer him this time. Yeah, right, you can battle with Mega Man all you want. The robot that I'm making right now will blow the both of you away! Huh, all you make is jump. Do what you want. Wait, base! Don't leave me here! Oh god. Well, that's 1 clear. Keyword complete clear. I can't believe this arcade game wasn't even released until later. CS Rockman. Not sure if I got first place on that one. Return to game room. That's the Mega Man 7 box art. Keep in mind, this was literally my first copy of Mega Man Anniversary Collection. I missed that virtual audio cue sound. Until Dr. Wily steals all of them. And I also kind of wish that in this game... Hey, what's up, Chris? How was your weekend? Welcome to the stream, man. Doesn't seem like I can enjoy my dinner peacefully. Duo. Thanks for stopping on by. That's a reference to Mega Man and Bass there. Uppercut. You should be able to find Wily by defeating his robots. Be careful and good luck. You got a new weapon, Shadow. Using Mega Man X sound effects too. You can say I still have this one because I have the PlayStation 2 version. But originally I had the GameCube version first before I decided to get the PlayStation 2 version, and then I came across some goodie, and then I decided to get both the X Collection and the Anniversary Collection on GameCube again. Now, which... oh, right. Heatman probably has a better version of his theme here. And since I'm invincible and stuck using this, Shining Finger! That was a little bit easier. You got new weapon, Atomic Fire. Man, the music's so good for this game. I know it's remixes. That's why you're seeing me play it tonight. Wily, I can't forgive you for your evil ways. Now I got the part. This will enhance your power. Be careful when using this new item. It's not completed yet. Well, that's reassuring. Flint barrier. Oh. Gyra Man.
Ready?
So, Chris. What were your thoughts about how janky the control schemes were for this game? Because when I first got this as a teenager, I absolutely hated the whole control. Being completely honest with you. Aw, my power-up failed me? There. You got a new weapon. Gyro attack. Hey, good evening, Nintendo. Welcome to the stream, how are you doing? For just this game for the controls for the game. Looks like I'm gonna get my first continue! Correction. Glad that you're doing good, yo. There we go! I predicted that. Oh, come on, let me hit him. Dragon Ball Z! Whack! That's a meteor smash. Now. Sabby, what's up? My day's been pretty good. How was yours, Sammy? Now on to Skull Castle. Intro stage, Mega Man 7. Aw, mother... Oh, God. Ah, I got flat as a pancake. The ruined city. Oh, no, that's just unfair. Didn't think it would actually work. Could be. Yep. Could be very likely a reference. Oh, mother... I hate shield guards! The trade! Uppercutting. What the fuck? Well, I died. That's the fourth one. Of course, I do wonder when me and Two Black will ever string this together. Missed. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Well, there goes that. But still, we win. Still counts as a win. Wily cannot escape from that. Not a perfect victory. Duo saved them again! The good energy that is referenced in Mega Man 8. Oh yeah, and it kind of sounds like bass is saying Bandit Key. Yeah, I played both games. No. No. Not quite. Oh, Texas Kid. Jeez. Well, we can go through the picture set. Of course, even that's pretty short. Yeah, Sabby. It was going to be a short stream. Do forgive me for my manners. Oh, that's Punk. Mighty Kid. Rockman. That's when they went with Rockman. Or Knuckle Kid. But it's even funnier now that you say it, Chris. That sounds like All Might's thing, but that bass did the kick before it was even cool, before All Might did it. What really bugged me when this game came out was that I hated how they took out the button configuration in Mega Man 8. I mean, who does that? not entirely sure about the music, though, through, secret mode. If some of the, music makers have a start on, Overclocked Remix. Oh, that was a good dinner. Hey, what's up, Lexus? Haven't seen you in a while. Ah, yes. Maybe keyboard stuff and everything. Theme of Mega Man 3. I've been good. How have you been? Other than, like, March 14th, I got monetized on here, so I've been enjoying myself. Glad that you've been doing good, Lexus. Huh, thank you. Domo arigato, or arigato gozaimasu. Neko! And how's your day going, Neko? Yo, JB. Oh, what kind of snack did you get? Thanks everybody for the 14 to 15 likes. Much love to all of you. Oh, breadsticks. Magnifico. Or, nah. I mean, if I was a DJ, this would be the stuff. Ah yes, the Z field. That I remember. I didn't know there were hackers that were hacking the anniversary collection for GameCube. Well, that's Wiley's revenge. That's how it kind of comes off. You're right. But, Chris, when you played all the way through Mega Man 1 through 8 on this collection for the GameCube, like, for me, I honestly had a hard time, adjusting because I was expecting the, A button to be the correct button. But, when it comes to the PS2 and Xbox versions, they get the controls right. That's my only gripe. I'm doing pretty good. My hand and wrist and forearm are slowly recovering from a sprain. Yep. And rapid fire was assigned to Y. Yes, a patch. A bearable patch. Hey, what's good, Ron? Yeah, Chris, that actually sounds good. I like how at the end they bring in the Mega Man 8 stage select tune. Hey, I'm gonna stay alive for a little bit longer. Thanks, Chris. Because I was only going to get down to the Mega Man radio cut, then Plantman, then Wily versus Bass, and then the interview. Just get it off. They were using a Mega Man 7 rip. Gotta love the captchas! Now this tune definitely sounds pretty good. Jackpot. Now this is the stuff that gets down. If only I could apply this into the Wii. Or system, but yeah. But operating the menus, it's kind of silly. That even the menus would be reverse buttons, but that's progress. Shout out to the 12 people here. And here comes Wily versus Bass. Definitely sounds more like Shadow the Hedgehog. Has that dark aesthetic to it. Oh, my foot! Levels, Savvy. Well, and everybody knows what it comes down to. Oh, wait.
Like every hero, he had obstacles to overcome.
And they said, there's no way this will sell.
But the rewards were great.
If they didn't have Mega Man, I don't even know how they'd be surviving today, honestly.
Learn the secrets behind his power.
It's about one thing. And it's always about one thing, blasting.
It's a huge cast of characters that any kid can enjoy.
Everybody loves Mega Man.
And meet Inafune, the man behind the Mega.
I had no idea my luck would go this well, that this character would be this great and last this long. So yes, it was a huge surprise for me.
In 1984, a Japanese video game company named Capcom hits its stride in the arcade scene with popular hits including 1942 and Gunsmoke. Their success allows them to expand, and a young artist named Keiji Inafune is hired.
I've always liked drawing pictures. From a long time ago, I've always wanted to be an illustrator. Just about at the time that I had graduated, video gaming companies were becoming very popular, and they had always wanted young, talented artists. And it was a good chance for me to break out, get into a company, and prove myself. So it just happened to be the right timing for me to be an illustrator.
Inafune goes to work on Capcom's newest arcade game.
The very, very first project I ever did was an arcade game called Street Fighter. Then after that, when we were doing the project, they said, we're working on a new title for the home gamer division, and we'd like you to participate in that. So it was at that time I joined the Mega Man project.
And the hunt for the hero turns personal.
A lot of the character design for Mega Man is based upon some of the Japanese cartoons that I saw when I was a child. And when I was making this game, it was kind of like going back to my roots, going back to my childhood when I designed it. It was very fun to design that character.
And that character needs a name.
Before it was Rockman, it was originally going to be Mighty Kid, or Knuckle Kid, and this is how we were doing the package. So we decided on Rockman. And in the end, it did become the State's Mega Man. Actually, it's not a rock like a stone or a pebble. That was not where the name Rockman comes from. It comes from rock and roll. There's also another character named Roll. When I first designed the character, I had rock and roll in mind. That was the back image I was going off of when I designed a lot of the artwork. For me, Rockman, or Mega Man, has always been a game that's been designed with music in mind. Music's always been a very important part of the series.
And just like Mega Man, even his creators show weakness.
This is Mega Man 1, all the original bosses that I drew with my own two hands. Yeah. When I look at it now, I think, man, I really wasn't that good, was I? If one of my character designers that work underneath me now were to bring something like this, they'd probably take one look and say, no way, this sucks, try again.
With the characters and story in place, it's time to rock and roll.
Basically, when you think about it, there's not something in the world that is just stronger than everybody else. Almost everything has something it's stronger than and something that it's weaker to. Sort of like in scissors, rock, and paper. Scissors will beat paper, but it loses to the rock. Paper will beat the rock, but it loses to the scissors. So that's how the Mega Man weapons work.
And now it's time to introduce the twist.
Well, the whole idea behind Mega Man was you defeat one boss, and then you go to the next boss by using the weapon you just gained.
They also give players a new kind of freedom.
The original Mega Man game was interesting because it was one of the first games that allowed you to choose what level you played first. It was a linear platform game like a lot of other platform games, but you had a lot of freedom up front to choose the path that you wanted to take through the game.
With Mega Man, they were giving the player something to look forward to, an element of strategy, which most games back then really didn't have.
Once the game is finished, Inafune has to face his own bosses.
After we got the game done, we took it over to sales. And we said, look, we got the game done, this is what it's like. And they said, there's no way this will sell. So I was really disappointed, of course. I was like, well, I tried my best, my hardest, really, really worked hard at it, and it didn't work out.
Capcom decides to release the game in Japan in a limited amount. Surprising everyone, the game catches on in Japan. Capcom decides to bring the little robot to America. Before they cross cultures, they make a few changes. And like they say, it's what's on the inside that really counts.
It had some of the worst box art in the history of video games. It doesn't look anything near the Mega Man that we see today.
The box art for the first Mega Man game in the US was done very quickly. The president of Capcom US said to his marketing guy, you know, we need a cover done tomorrow. And he went out and got a friend of his to do it in like 6 hours. And that's the reason why it turned out so bad.
They had some 45-year-old guy with a strange-looking weapon.
Despite the cover, word begins to spread. And sales of Mega Man begin to gain momentum.
The first Mega Man was indeed a sleeper hit. Word of mouth really caught on with the Mega Man.
The Mega Man team begins to work on the sequel, but this time with a little extra help.
This was an illustration used in a poster which said, we are waiting for everyone's ideas for new enemies.
There was a contest in Nintendo Power where kids could create robot monsters for the game.
From 2, we had children participating in the R&D of the game. So you really have a game kind of created by children for children. You have that child touch, actually.
When the sequel arrives in America in 1989, there's already a captive audience ready to face the evil Dr. Wily.
If I were to have to throw out one single Mega Man title that I really liked, I guess it would be Mega Man 2. It was probably the one game where I really felt that I had put in 100% of everything that I was aiming for. Out of all the games I've made, one of the best ones. I really liked it.
Capcom, realizing the potential of the game, throws their weight behind the series.
When we made the first Mega Man, you're always limited by memory, how much space you have on the cartridges, and we had tons of characters that we had created that we all wanted to fit in the first game that we couldn't. So all the characters that were left over, we decided to put in number 2. A lot of the characters became a lot more bright and colorful. The sprites were a lot prettier in the second one. We were able to do a lot of things that we couldn't do in the first one.
The game is popular, selling more copies than the original and ensuring that the Blue Bomber will return.
Mega Man and Street Fighter came out around the same time, are responsible for, Capcom. They branded Capcom. They made them a company to be reckoned with. People didn't really know Capcom as a brand until, Mega Man came shooting.
With the success of 2 Mega Man games, Capcom rushes to release number 3.
When Mega Man 1 and 2 and 3 hit, it was huge. I mean, they kept coming out in progression. Like, it was, one after the other after the other. Capcom didn't waste any time. They might not have known they had a hit on their hands, but once they did, it was immediate.
Mega Man is on a roll, but Capcom's next move will be a frustrating one. In 1991, Nintendo releases the Super Nintendo, an updated version of their aging console system. But one character is nowhere to be seen.
I think they continued to do Mega Man games for the NES because, first of all, it was easy to do. It was inexpensive for them to develop additional Mega Man games. All 6 of the Mega Man games for the NES use the same character animation. They have different music, different backgrounds, different enemies, different things to do, but it's basically the same engine. They got it right the first time and they just continued to do it.
They didn't want to mess with the formula. Capcom's famous for not messing with a good thing, and at the time Mega Man 2 had done outrageous numbers and 3 did fairly well, and they figured, why mess with a good thing?
Yeah, like maybe the decision seems a little weird now. But at the time, the installed base of the Nintendo was outrageous. It was huge. So why wouldn't you want to release a new Nintendo game with, your all-star Mega Man?
Mega Man 4 blasts its way onto shelves in 1991. However, many people are beginning to move on to the newer system, leaving the Blue Bomber with a shrinking fan base. Mega Man 5 is released in 1992. And Mega Man 6 hits the shelves a year later with little fanfare. The future looks bleak for the little robot. But in true video game style, he's about to get another life. By 1994, Capcom has quite a bit of experience making games for the Super Nintendo. They know that they will have to do more than just re-release older games on the new system. Mega Man needs a makeover.
I guess with every system you have to have some sort of major evolution because graphically you can do so much more. And the cool thing about Mega Man is he didn't go into 3D because you couldn't really quite yet. So instead what Capcom did was just give him a makeover and make him Mega Man X.
Using elements of the original series, Capcom's designers add new moves. And new characters to give gamers a different experience.
Yeah, the Mega Man X series was very different from the originals. It still had the same type of gameplay. The character was similar, but it took place in a different time frame. The Mega Man X games are harder.
I tend to not like the Mega Man X series, mainly because it's really hard. I feel like breaking my controller when I play them.
They're much more serious in tone. The boss characters in the original Mega Man games are a little more comical and lighthearted and more colorful. The Mega Man X characters are hard and metallic, and some of those games are brutally difficult.
Yet the game finds its fans.
So it was this really cool techno quality to Mega Man. It was really neat. Like, all the bosses were a lot more extravagant. All the sprites were a lot more colorful. Instead of the basic Flame Man, you had like mantises and peacocks and all these really extravagant creatures and bosses that you really didn't expect in the Mega Man universe. But when they make a flamingo robotic, it's cool for some reason. Dr. Wily knew what he was doing.
Mega Man X arrives in stores in 1994. And Mega Man fans take notice. Mega Man's popularity is on the rise, and Capcom releases two games only a few months apart, Mega Man X2 and Mega Man 7. For the first time, Capcom allows two separate series to continue simultaneously, both the X series and the Classic series.
It got to a point where there was just a new Mega Man game coming out practically every year. I don't know if everybody was on top of that and was just continuing to buy all the Mega Man games, but the fact that there was a steady stream of games with that character in it, really guaranteed that he would continue to be successful even when the newer systems started to come out.
Mega Man X3 arrives in stores less than a year later, but once again, the video game landscape is changing, and Mega Man will soon find himself homeless. By 1997, Nintendo has retired their Super Nintendo, and Sony's PlayStation is sending shockwaves through the industry. Capcom moves ahead. To mark the 10th anniversary of the Blue Bomber, they decide to release Mega Man 8, an update for the Classic series, for the Sega Saturn.
Ready.
Fearing the competition, Sony also agrees to release the game. But they have a condition.
And Sony insisted that the PlayStation version of Mega Man 8 have something different, special, additional, that the Saturn version didn't have. They ended up including a commemorative booklet that showed all the different boss characters from various Mega Man games, just so that Sony could say, hey, the PlayStation version's got something the Saturn version doesn't have.
Mega Man finally arrives on Sony's new console, but his next jump will be an unexpected one. In 1998, Capcom follows up Mega Man's arrival on the PlayStation by agreeing to Sony's demand for a new look at the little robot.
Wait a second. Where are you going, Mega Man? That's not the right way.
But the overhaul will take some work.
The
Mega Man series is originally a 2D game, and trying to transform that 2D game into a 3D world. How would Mega Man look as he's jumping in a 3D world? How would he look as he's firing, running, all in this 3D world? so many different animations and movements you have to think about that aren't considered in 2D because they don't exist.
I was going to have to say there's one particular trait about the Mega Man Legends series that really stands out. It would have to be that you're on an adventure.
I'm okay, Roll. Everything's all right here.
Trying to put Rockman in this new 3D world and have him interact with everything in a believable fashion and still have all the fans think, yes, that is in fact the Mega Man that I'm used to playing as. Trying to keep that image was very difficult. It's a game that utilizes 3D, a really free world where you can go and do anything you really want to. It's not very linear. And with this adventurous world inside the Mega Man Legends series, we figured that there's a lot of different kinds of action, not just destroying an enemy or defeating an enemy. Other kinds of action are just, for example, walking down the road and maybe you kick a can or you shoot down a tree or something like that. So that alone gave it a lot of freedom and made it a lot more of a huge whole new world and adventure. I think that's what really makes the Legends series stand out.
Mega Man Legends is definitely, I would say, is the most underrated Mega Man game. I mean, it took Mega Man kicking and screaming into 3D gaming.
Unfortunately, many don't agree.
The graphics were not state-of-the-art, but they were decent at the time, and still Mega Man fans picked up on. It didn't sell as well as the 2D games, but it was something that at least made Sony happy that it was 3D on their platform.
Boy, that new engine sure is something. Completely different from the old one.
Following the leap into the third dimension, Capcom begins to look for other video game genres for their star to explore. First, Capcom sets their sights on the popular world of strategy gaming with the Mega Man Battle Network series.
Actually, there was two things that were kind of problematic about Battle Network #1. First of all, there was never a game of its type before. There was no pattern to follow, no rough idea to go upon. If there was any type game, it was never really successful. They all failed. So to blend an action game, along with the kind of fun you get from the Pokemon game, to blend those two elements together, just the right amount of balance to make the game fun, yet new and fresh, that was very difficult.
The combat system in the Mega Man Battle Network games is very different from what you see in a traditional Mega Man game. It's really an interesting variation from the type of gameplay that Mega Man is known for.
But Capcom returns to the classic Mega Man style with the release of Mega Man Zero.
Going back to that style of gameplay, it's a lot easier to understand what you have to do when you go into a game like that cold and you just pick up the controller for the first time. You run to the right and you beat guys up. You shoot, you jump on platforms. People are comfortable with that.
In 2003, Capcom celebrates the 15th anniversary of its beloved character and releases updates to all three of its ongoing Mega Man series. Mega Man X7, Mega Man Network Transmission, and Mega Man Zero 2. After 15 years as one of the most revered game characters, he shows no signs of slowing.
But Mega Man is Capcom's biggest selling game series of all time.
Mr. Mega Man is a very appealing character. He's got just the right amount of zip and power. There are so many different Mega Mans that you're always going to find one that appeals to you.
Mega Man's still around today is because he's one of the staples of gaming history.
They're going to keep making them damn things until he dies. I don't know.
He is what they live on still. There are so many games and so many fans of Mega Man that he's never going to die.
I'm sure they're going to continue to do a lot more and a lot better Mega Man games. He's here to stay. すごくありがたいし。
I've been making Mega Man for about 15, 16 years now. It's a long time, but I still haven't had enough of him. He's a great character. I've always loved him, and I want to continue to keep making games with him in it. There's no reason to stop if you've got something good on your hands.
全部じゃないんですけど。
As you can see, I have a lot of different sketchbooks here, and this isn't all of them. There's a lot of enemy characters that have gone unused, but the ideas do keep coming. So many books, so little time. The person who probably taught me the most in the gaming industry about what it's like to make a game would probably have to be the Blue Bomber himself, Mega Man. He really is a large part of my life.
Put down the controller for just a couple minutes.
G4, the only TV network dedicated to video games, delivers breaking news,
Welcome to Pulse, your weekly look into the world of interactive entertainment.
fresh reviews,
The characters are kind of nifty.
cheats,
Strategy, secrets, and cheats for your favorite video games.
and players.
I am the player.
G4, TV for gamers. If you don't get G4, call your cable operator or satellite provider.
And that's part of my history lesson. And considering Adam Sussler brought back G4, but it's like, really, you brought the completionist? Amaranth? Hell, it doesn't compare to the old viewers. I mean, gotta put my retainer back in. But, yeah. Old man noises. Of course, I'm not that old. And then, time to unplug that capture card. Or rather, unplug the converter and all that. I mean, how do I say it? The old G4 was good when they had Morgan Webb and Olivia Munn. But once Olivia pursued her acting career, at first I didn't like Sarah Underwood, but Sarah Underwood lives off the grid. But anyway, is that I am not going to forget about 10 years ago when G4 was on its last legs. Oh yes, good times. Oh, clever. Yeah, I know about the homebrew stuff and also the SD card, but it almost seems a little complicated. I mean, back then, closer to 20 years ago, I had a little more respect for G4. And to this point, I do not like Adam Sessler very much, with very little respect, because it's only because of two figureheads in the gaming community give off an elitist type attitude, and the reason why I don't like the two of them, or the new... I mean, I have no problem with Gerard. I mean, I like the completionist. Amaranth... why her? I mean, I got real no qualms or issue with Amaranth, but you're just making her wallet bigger. Literally the chick that thrives off her simps on Twitch. But Amaranth is actually kind of cool.
Ah, it's cool out here.
But believe me, this is not a bashing stream, but it's more or less me bashing G4, because G4 was actually good when I was in junior high school. And a little bit towards high school. I mean, everybody knows about the pedestal of shame or otherwise the killing piece that I did on Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb. I'm 32 and people used to think I look younger. People used to think I still look at least 17. Or like 22, but... how do I say it? 10 years ago, around this time, during G4's last amount of legs, that episode of G4... really, Adam? Really, Morgan? You're going to insult your fan base. Oh, I used to be super insecure about how I used to sound like. Or rather... yeah. And by then I'll be by then I'll be like... 34, going on 35. But anyway... it's like... I say my opinions, which people still click and commute with, still a part of Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb's community, which I got no problem with that. Just, I always say, don't follow people blindly. Which might sound hypocritical of me to say. But, it's like, you do not, and... do not say your opinion on public TV, because the internet still has it archived. And boy, do we internet people do not forget. Is the fact that, yeah, insulting Mega Man Legends fans, not the best move. Oh, and that's right, in the new G4, when it comes to Kieran, it's like, really? Just because you're not Olivia Munn or Morgan Webb? Come on! I swear, that is a Nita Sarkeesian type logic. Uh-huh. That is very true, Val. I mean... of course, naturally, Capcom's not going to listen to me because I'm not Maximilian Dude, and I'm not a part of the FGC. And I'm just a Mega Man maniac, to be honest, and I would like to see the other two Mega Man Legends games being developed, but a man can dream. But I'm not gonna cry about it. But it kind of puts my blood boil just a little bit on what video game journalists say. And here, let me put this in facts here. When it comes to people like Morgan Webb and Adam Sessler and all that, is that they're born in the 80s, yet their first console was either a Sega Master System, an Atari 2600, or a Nintendo. Ya pick! And it was up to the times when the Wii was out and the PS3 and 360, and I was like, they could have done it in a lot more professional and mature way of doing their reviews rather than just... Exactly. Instead of dissing and disrespecting Nintendo fans, but it's like, why be on this Nintendo hate bandwagon? It makes no sense. You're free to have your opinion, but even though you guys are in your... And during that time, they're in their 30s, but it's like... Ugh. You people sound elitist. And sound like, pro gamers that either... Like, yeah, I like the blood and violence, and it's like... Of course, granted, I do like my blood and gore in some video games. But, it's like... No. But, believe me, this isn't a pedal still of shame. Hey! My first console was a Sega Genesis, the NES, and N64 PlayStation. Game Boy, which that belonged to my brother, and then also Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, GameCube, and Wii. So, I've been fundamentally just a Nintendo-loving person, but I also still love Sony, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to Microsoft, it's like, Bill Gates, why? You were doing just fine with PC gaming. But Xbox isn't a bad isn't a bad console. So, I might have pointed that fact a while ago when I did that pedestal of shame, like years ago, when it came to specifically those people. Hey! And, yeah, Xbox actually has most of the Rareware IPs, because it's mostly Conquer and everything, and then Banjo. Of course, what I like about Nintendo is all the exclusive games like Zelda, Donkey Kong, Metroid. But, yeah, oh man. Oh yeah, then there's also Pokemon for Nintendo, so that always made it well better. Yeah, Nintendo can probably do something with Banjo. I mean, if I was the gaming historian, Norm does his content very well. In fact, a lot of the people that I was inspired to, not just the one and only Ron Mower, but the Happy Video Game Nerd, they all had a hand in how I go about my streams, my community, and all that. But still, if we were given the option, we need, like, a Donkey Kong Country 4, but Tropical Freeze and Donkey Kong Country Returns? Oh yeah, Sea of Thieves. Yeah, good point. Rare, since the Stamper Brothers haven't played a part in any development. Yes, that would be a Donkey Kong Country 4, maybe, or... after Tropical Freeze with Donkey Kong Country Returns, that's technically 5, so this would probably be Donkey Kong Country 6. I don't know. That's why I definitely choose what I like. Of course, granted, I do like and enjoy myself some Dead or Alive and Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball, but that's just guilty pleasure. Yep. That could work for me, Jake. But, yeah, I'm actually kind of glad Dead or Alive 2 was definitely one of the more well-received games. But anyway, is that I'm glad G4 is back and everything, but it's like, ugh. Great, they actually got people that are a part of the industry, like Amaranth and Gerard, and Kieran, but Kieran, just had to open that mouth of hers and say about how she looks, and it's like, ugh. And Gerard gave and the other guy gave her a hand, and it's like, ugh, really? You okay, Mom?
I knocked everything over.
Oh dear, my mom knocked everything over. But it's like, really? Just over because of older personalities? I mean, give us a break. I mean, when it came to that one video game journalist, John, forgot his last name in that episode, but I honestly like him. And that's why I'm a retro gamer, even though people be like, oh, retro games, seen it over a dozen times, it's nothing new. Sure, it's nothing new, but at least some of us actually have sentimental value. Huh! Val, you get the point. And it's only because of what? Morgan Webb? Olivia Munn and Sarah Underwood? Come on, I didn't think you would have such petty jealousy. They're not even a part of the industry anymore.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Mom?
You need to come and help me with this laundry. There's too much here and I need help folding it.
Yeah, sure. Well, I have to do laundry. That's the end of that.